So these are the raw materials that you're going to be needing to be able to pack up your package. Obviously, one fully taped box, double threaded. This is very important. You don't want to buy the single threads. The USPS boxes are not good enough. FedEx does have heavy duty boxes. So does Lowe's, Home Depot. There's a lot of different retailers that you can get double threaded boxes for. And then if you have it available, ideally you'd want to be able to get a foam box. So that's what we're looking at. But when it comes to wrapping up screens, these are iPhone 5Cs. You're going to want to do 10 at a time. And make sure that the flex cable is always below this bubble wrap right here. The frame can come out just a little bit, that's not a problem. So as you're folding around, but the biggest key is making sure that the flex cables stay below, as we don't want to see any sort of damages to the flex cable. That is definitely one of our most important things that we have on the screen. Besides the LCD itself, the frame is not a big deal at all. And in this bubble wrap, you're going to want to wrap up about 10 of the screens, no more. You can do 5, that works too. We've seen that in the past to be very, very successful, but 10 is what we recommend, especially on larger shipments, because you're going to be shipping a lot of screens. So 10 is definitely going to be what's needed. And then from there, you just take this, put one rubber band around it. You have 10 screens ready to go. Now when it comes to packing, you have your foam box right here. Obviously no damages whatsoever. We don't want to see any damages or anything like that. And you're going to want to take your bubble wrap and put one layer at the base. And that's just for starters. Just to make sure that you have enough padding throughout the entire transit to where there'll be no damages whatsoever. Got some broken screens right here. They're already pre-wrapped for me, which is excellent. So let me get these out really quick. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these and you're going to start putting them in sideways. Flex cables are going to be facing in. You never want your flex cables facing towards the box, just in case, you know, during transit it hits. We don't want to see that because it'll damage the flex cable. And at this point, as you can see, you know, there's a little bit more room. You know, you don't want to push too hard on it, but you can fit one more. So that's good right there. And then we can fit about 2 right here, which is good. And then another 2 right here. Now these flex cables are a little bit out, so we wouldn't want to see that, but just for the video purposes, we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Now you got a little bit of loose room here, so what you're going to do is you would take more bubble wrap and put it in the middle, just to ensure that those screens don't move around at all. And same here, so you got a little bit of room, so you're going to want to make sure that there's no extra room in there. And you know, once again, you want to be able to pull it apart and put one finger on the inside. That's always huge. Just enough to where, you know, it's not too tight, but it's not too loose. And that's going to be best for international transit. And this would just be layer number 1. So once we move past that point, you're going to need one of these. Just simple cardboard cut off. Before you do that, you're going to put one more layer of bubble wrap, just to ensure that you have enough bubble wrap there. And the reason why you put the bubble wrap, and not only the bubble wrap but the cardboard itself, is that way it disperses the overall pressure throughout the entire box. So if the box were to slam down, that way it doesn't slam down on one direct side, it disperses the pressure all the way throughout. So we're going to finish up this package really quick. And we recommend anywhere between 250 to about 300 screens. Obviously, this box right here is for our wholesale purposes only, and it's able to hold about 150 to 160 depending on your packing methods. So you jam it in there, you can get 160 for sure. And once again, we're looking at the exact same thing here. You're going to want to put your bubble wrap here to make sure these screens don't move. That way everything's safe and secure here. These are a little bit loose, as you can tell, so that means that they're going to move around in transit quite a bit. So once again, you would just want to use a couple of different bags real quick just to put in there, just to ensure that it's nice and snug, but still be able to fit your finger. And then on the top layer, you're going to want to do the exact same thing again. And definitely don't be afraid to put too much bubble wrap. The more bubble wrap, the better. More bubble wrap right here. So for instance, you're going to see me put quite a bit of bubble wrap on top, just because we got a good amount of room left. Good right there. And then what we recommend is, obviously they don't have the yellow tape in the United States, which is okay. But you want to make sure that your box is very firmly taped. Even though these boxes have a tendency to get damaged during transit, and then you just want to come around with it very good. And then just for safety precautions, what we like to see is that you make a little bit of a cross out of it. So that way you ensure that it goes all the way around. You're not just going to do it on that side, you're just going to do it on this side. And this is just going to help out keeping good stability within the box itself to ensure that there's no breakage. Now I understand that there's quite a bit of tape on here. So this box right here is good to go. Now I want to take a look at this box right here. Completely taped on the bottom, completely taped all the way around on the sides. Make sure that. So ours fit directly in there, yours may not, depending. But I'm going to show you how to tape up, and this is what we like to see. So put one here, right down the middle. The second one. A third one. Now these edges right here are what you're going to want to tape next, just because that once again is going to help with the overall strength of the box. You never want to be able to compromise the integrity of the box itself. I'm going to do the other side real quick. Some people call this taping in a T form, which I can understand. And then we also like to see you do it also on these sides as well. It's always good just to make sure that you have plenty of tape on all of your corners. So that way there's not an issue. I'm gonna finish off this tape job real quick. Now we take a look at this box. Pretty heavy, but not too bad. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop it for you, just to show you that no damage will get done, because this is how USPS is gonna treat your package. So as you can see, minor. Nothing much at all. So that's good. And that's why we have the foam box on the inside. No foam box, and this happens, there'd be a lot bigger dent, which means that it's going to damage your LCD screens. But notice, even when dropped like that, this corner's still fine. This corner, all these corners right here are all still good to go. I'll drop it one more time, just on its side like this. Now, due to the fact that it has the foam box on the inside, you're able to tell right away that the overall structure of the box itself has not been damaged completely. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the box for you real quick. So as you can see, this is the box that we were using beforehand. Here's that little bit of a dent from dropping it. Nothing major. We're going to go ahead and open up the box again for you, just so you guys can take a look at what it would look like. So as you can see, even though I threw the box on the ground, no damages to any part of the carton box. And when we open it up, bubble wrap still intact. Not a single screen has moved. And that's exactly what we want to see when it comes to our packages. And this is going to yield your lowest effective rate while sending it all the way from either the United States, Australia, anywhere around the world into China. So this is your step-by-step process to ensure the best packaging possible for your broken screens.